Welcome to Cinema Through the Seasons, the podcast where we're looking at movies pertaining to the season we're in, what holidays coming up. This is gonna be our last episode before Thanksgiving. We're not filming next week because we film on Thursdays and Thanksgiving is on a Thursday, so there'll be no episode.
I did
Is
not
it
know that.
next week? Or we post on Mondays, so there won't be an episode the Monday after Thanksgiving.
Okay, I did
There
not
you
know
go.
we weren't filming next week. I totally spaced out on Thanksgiving. Like I knew
Yeah.
it was next week, but I
Mm-hmm.
thought we were still filming.
No, I'm not coming. You want to come in? You go
No,
ahead. I'm not coming
I don't
in.
even think the campus will be open.
Probably. I don't think so.
I think it's closed that Thursday and Friday next week.
Probably. I don't know. I don't have class on Friday, so that doesn't matter to me. But yeah. So we're doing another Thanksgiving movie. I found more Thanksgiving movies, thankfully. However, this is the first week we're doing a movie I have never seen, which made me very nervous.
For real?
Yes, I
You've
was
never
very
seen
nervous.
this?
No, I've never seen either of the movies I suggested. I suggested two, but we're going to be talking mostly about one. I might do a little bit about the other one because only I watched it and I decided it wasn't really because it was okay. It was like I'll just do like real quick. It was like set around Thanksgiving, but like it wasn't like part of the plot or anything. It just
Mhm.
so happened to be like on Thanksgiving and Black Friday. This is about this girl who's like she's agoraphobic because her mom was murdered the following no, the previous year her mom was murdered. Like I guess pretty soon after Thanksgiving. Like the opening scene was like her and her parents having Thanksgiving dinner, and it was like really corny, honestly. The acting in that opening scene was like something else. But then I guess like not long after that, the mom was murdered. So then a year after that, the daughter's like agoraphobic because of her mother's murder. And then she like starts to realize that her dad has been like she realizes like there are a bunch of girls in the area that are missing and that her a necklace that her dad gave her belongs to a girl that had just gone missing. And then she finds like other jewelry in her dad's stuff and like a weird scrapbook or whatever. So she finds out that her dad's a serial killer and then she has to like fight him basically.
So did the dad kill the mom?
Yes, because the
Because the mom
mom,
found out? Okay,
yes.
got it.
Yeah, the mom found out what he was doing, so he had to kill her.
And he tried to kill his daughter?
No, because he said it was he did it like for the daughter. I guess he was trying to like I don't know cleanse the world for his daughter. So he
What
was
does
like
that
killing women who he thought were like bad or something. I don't really know.
what?
Yeah,
I
I
thought you were
literally
gonna
don't
say
know.
that we're like prettier than his daughter, so his daughter could be the
No, it's
prettiest
like these
girl in
women
the
I guess
world.
she thought like
What?
he had like I think he said they had like bad energy or something.
So the dad's just
Like they
crazy.
were like doing bad I don't know.
Yeah, so
And they all also looked really similar to the girl's mom. Like he was only killing like white women with brown hair. And she was like, "Oh, these look like my mom."
he
And I
hated
thought
his
that would
wife.
factor more into what he was doing. It really didn't. Like he just killed the mom because the mom found out and he knew the mom was going to go to the cops. So that's why he killed her. So like that didn't even really factor in, really.
That is just a nut.
Yeah, it was really weird. And the daughter was being kind of annoying in the middle when she was like starting to find out because she was unfortunately successfully being like gaslit by him. So like she called the cops, but then he was like, "You don't want the cops to arrest me, do you?" No, you don't. And she was like, "Oh, I guess I don't." So then the cops came and she didn't say anything. Like there were two cops in her house and they were like talking in separate rooms and she did not say anything.
After she found out.
Yeah, this was after.
So how does this movie end?
The dad is about to like do a murder suicide. Like he's gonna kill her and himself. Like he pours gasoline on the both of them, and he's about to like set the house on fire. And then she like gets away, and he gets set on fire, so he like burns to death. But she gets out of the house before she dies, and that's the end.
Before she died?
Yeah,
Or
like before like she doesn't before the house is like before the house burns down, she's able to like escape like out of a
okay.
window. So she survives, but the dad dies.
It's crazy people in this world. Watch out.
Yeah. Yeah. But like I said, it wasn't super Thanksgiving y. It just so happened to be around Thanksgiving. This movie that we're doing is called it's literally called Pilgrim. So it's much more Thanksgiving y. That one was called Flesh and Blood because they're both part of like it's considered a television series, but each episode is a full like feature length movie. It's called Into the Dark. It's on Hulu, and it's by the you've heard of Blumhouse?
Yeah, yo, Jason Blum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
his productions. Happy Death Day, all of
Mm-hmm.
that. I love those movies.
Yeah. Well, this is under his production company, so
I
these are
did see that when
Blumhouse
I was watching
movies.
The Pilgrim. I said, Bloomhouse, this movie must be good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this one's called Pilgrim. It's about this family. They're like it's a dysfunctional family because every holiday movie has to feature a dysfunctional family. The mom hires these pilgrim reenactors to like come to their house on Thanksgiving and like do Thanksgiving dinner like they did like the pilgrims did on the first Thanksgiving. But the people she hires like crazy people who like never come out of character and are like really, really creepy. And then at the end, they end up trying to murder them. Um, which this movie was really weird. I agree. It was really strange, but
Very
I feel
weird.
like I liked it.
You liked it?
I feel like I liked it. I definitely didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it either. It was just very creepy and weird, and a lot
Mm.
of oblivious people in this movie. Might I
Yeah.
add.
Yeah. It's really like yeah, a lot of bad decisions were made up until the end. There's only like one character, the main character, who's actually like, "Hey, this is really weird. Like,
Yes.
why are we doing this? This is weird."
From the jump, as soon as the Pilgrims came in the house, Cody said, "So where are they staying?" And the stepmom said, "They're staying here. Let's show nice hospitality. Get the guest room ready." She said, "No, the motel right down the street. They can stay at a motel. We don't know these strangers."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, and she was right. Yeah, but then so movie opens and we see with Cody's parent. Cody's the main character, and the movie opens with her parents fighting and her mom leaving, which is also supposed to be around Thanksgiving. So I guess bad things just happen to moms on Thanksgiving in this universe. But yeah, her mom leaves, and then we fast forward in time, and Cody's older. She's like in high school or college. I couldn't tell if she was in high school or in college because she lives at home, but her dad mentions having to like pay for her to go to school. So it's like, is she just going to like a local college? Is she going to a private school? I don't
She
know.
might be on break. She might be home for the holidays.
Yeah, they said that she was
Okay.
here for Thanksgiving break. I'm just not sure like how old she's. I don't know. Anyway, she's high school, college age, and her dad has remarried. So she has a stepmother and a half brother now. And they're like they're eating dinner. It's like a few days before Thanksgiving, and like the dad is on his tablet. The dad is on his tablet constantly in this movie. He's an iPad kid.
The whole movie.
The entire movie.
Except for when he's smoking a pipe.
Yeah,
literally.
He's on his tablet looking at like stocks and finance stuff. And Cody and the stepmother Anna do not get along. Cody does not like her at all. And you see in the movie, Anna like tries, but like Cody really doesn't give her much of a chance. At least to the end when they have to fight for their lives together. Really bonds them. So then at the dinner, Anna tells the family that these pilgrim reenactors are going to be spending Thanksgiving with them. And Cody does not want to do that, which is fair because I wouldn't either. That does not sound fun at all. At all. That sounds so strange. And like I have to like have Thanksgiving with these like random people, and like what if they don't know how to cook? These white people, we're gonna have these white people cook Thanksgiving dinner for us. I don't know.
You know what's funny? Mm-hmm. I got invited to one of my white friends invited me to their Thanksgiving, and I said, I'm gonna say no because what if I come there? I don't like the food, and then I mentioned macaroni and cheese. He said, "Okay, you're gonna hate me. We haven't had macaroni and cheese for as long as I've been alive on Thanksgiving." And I said, "Yeah, I can't come. I can't come.
No. No, and that's real, and that's very valid.
Very much so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Cody doesn't want to do it, but Anna's like, too bad, we're doing it. And then they're like starting to get into a fight. And then the dad's like, hey, why don't you like break the wishbone? So Cody and her little brother Tate break the wishbone. And we hear Cody's wish like inside her head. She wishes that this whole Thanksgiving thing will blow up in her stepmom's face. And they break it. And Cody gets the bigger half of the wishbone. So then it's like the next day or something, and Anna's having an HOA meeting at her house. So there's like a bunch of women in the neighborhood in their house, where we also meet Cody's boyfriend and the boyfriend's mom, who also live in the neighborhood. And Anna tells like women at the party about their plans for Thanksgiving, and then two of them, after they hear what they're gonna do, they immediately go into the next room to like talk about Anna behind her back. They wasted no time. Like as soon as Anna walks away after telling them, they immediately go into the room and start talking about her and the dad and like the dad's first wife, Cody's mom.
Talking about how she's trying too hard. Cody's mom never did this or had to try this hard to blend in or whatever. And I did not understand that part at all. Why talk about your friend? Or why even pretend to be friends with her if you're just going to talk about her behind her back?
I don't know. I mean, these ladies are fake.
Very much so.
Yeah. But yeah, Cody's in the kitchen. They don't see her, but she hears them talking about the stepmom, and like it looks like she like feels a little bad that they're saying those things about her.
It did. It seemed like she wanted to say something, but she was like, I really do hate my stepmom. It was one of those like only I could talk bad about my stepmom. You can't. Like I still love her, but I don't love her at the same time. Like she has feelings for Anna, of course, but she's not her mom.
Yeah, I think like I said, at the end, they definitely start to become like closer. And then also Cody does obviously love her half brother. Like throughout the movie, Cody and her brother Tate are obviously very close. And it's like she wouldn't have the brother if Anna didn't marry her dad. So like I think she definitely has a lot of complicated feelings by her stepmom. And then also with her mom leaving, which with the fight they're having in the beginning, the mom says to the dad that like, oh, you never appreciate me or something like that. And then that's why she leaves or something to that effect. But like I feel like the movie never really delves into how Cody really feels about like her parents' divorce and her mom leaving, and they never say like how soon after the mom left that the dad got remarried. Like the brothers, like a child like Cody's, like I said, like high school, college age, and like the brother's definitely like elementary school age. Like he's not that close to her in age, so like it was a couple of years, I'm assuming, till they got remarried. But like we don't really have any background information on the family other than Cody's mom leaving and them getting a divorce.
Yeah,
like they don't really delve that deeply into what they're like everyone's like real thoughts and feelings other than Anna. Anna has like a conversation with the dad later where she's saying like she's trying to like reach out to her, but like and she's afraid. I guess that Cody blames Anna's mom for the divorce, which like I said, we never delve into that at all. So like I don't know if that means were they cheating? Did they get together like maybe an inappropriate amount of time after the mom left? They never really specify anything from their situation, so like it's hard to really draw any conclusions.
I don't know how the dad can cheat. He's always on his tablet.
That too.
Literally. So he just had to bump into Anna probably being on his tablet at the supermarket and said, hey, she can make a good wife.
Probably.
Who knows?
I feel like he's definitely the type of guy that like he wanted someone to like take care of like his house and his kids and stuff and like help him raise his daughter.
I'll bring in all the money. You do whatever you want.
Yeah, they never say whether or not the stepmom has a job. So I don't know if she's like a stay-at-home mom or anything like that, but she definitely obviously takes care of the household stuff more than the dad does. Yeah. Oh, so then at the party, they're having the HOA thing, and the Pilgrim reenactors show up to the party, and Anna's like obviously very surprised that they're there. Like I think they weren't supposed to be there till Thanksgiving Day, and obviously it's a few days before, so it's like, oh, you guys are like early, and she like lets them in, and she basically invites them, or at least allows them to stay in their house. And then this is where we were saying earlier how Cody's like, they should not be here. Like, we don't know these people that you just met them 5 seconds ago. Why are you letting them stay with us? This is weird. Which is very true. And then Anna's like, no, like, don't be rude. She's obviously, one thing they do say about Anna, she's very into appearances, which is what they say, like, when the women are talking about her in the kitchen and they like mention like her Facebook, she's always posting on Facebook about her perfect life. And then they mention it later too about how she's like so focused on appearances and stuff.
That's why they were recording that moment in the living room when her and Cody were arguing when the Pilgrims were there, like a few seconds later after the introductions.
When are they arguing in the living room?
Not in the living room, but in the doorway. Remember when the Pilgrims had came in and Cody started to question her stepmom and this, and she was like, "Don't be rude." And the two ladies who were in the kitchen talking bad about Anna, they pulled out their phone and started recording.
They did? I did not see that.
Yeah, they pulled out their phones and started recording them. It doesn't show what they did with the video, but I guess they just wanted to show like everything in this house isn't perfect whatsoever.
Yeah, if they did do that, like, it doesn't come up later at all. Because like I said, I didn't even realize that happened. And then we also find out that the two of them show up at the door, Ethan and Patience. Ethan is the one that's going to be staying with Cody and her family, and then Anna got hired Patience to stay with Cody's boyfriend and his mom, which she did not tell the mom about. I forget what her name is.
No, that was never going down.
Is it Catherine?
Might be. It might be Catherine.
It might be Catherine.
But that was never going down if I was Catherine.
Yeah, like no, it was Catherine. It was.
Or the boyfriend.
Yeah, like, because she doesn't tell them. She doesn't warn them at all. Like, it's very much sprung on her at this party where Anna goes up to her and she's like, "Oh, Patience is for you." And Kevin's like, "Huh? Like, what?" And Anna's like super like condescending. And she's like, "Oh, she'll help you around the house with cooking and cleaning and you'll have time to shower." Insane. Like, yeah. And
she wasn't staying at my house.
And then again, the mom Catherine, she's like, "Oh, okay, like I guess like you're coming home with me." It's really and Annie's like super like weird to her. She's weird to her when she walks into the party too. Like, she like rushes her out of the room where everyone is and she like pushes her in the kitchen or whatever. Yeah. It's really, really, everyone in this movie is really, really strange. At least in this first half.
Where's the dad at in this scene?
I don't. They show him at some point. He's like drinking.
Yeah, when Cody's coming downstairs. Yeah, and she says, "What the hell is this?" Or something like that.
Yeah, and that's
like he just disappears.
Yeah, like they show him he's like chugging a drink and then he just leaves.
Like the dad should have put a stop to that from the beginning. They can't stay here. No, they can't stay here at all.
Yeah,
I know the black dad. The black people would say that.
The black mom wouldn't have invited them in the first place. That too. The black mom wouldn't have invited them in the first place.
You're not cooking in my kitchen.
A black mom wouldn't have hired them in the first place. Actually,
yeah, you're not coming in my kitchen to cook at all.
Actually, the script is actually, it says in the beginning credits it's based off like a mostly true story or something.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it's because one of the co-writers of the script, like the dude who wrote the original script, he based it off when he was in experience when he was a kid, and his mom did what Anna did. Like, she hired like a pilgrim reenactor from his school or whatever, and then the guy like ended up for some reason staying at their house for like 2 days, and then while he was there, like, he didn't break character the whole time.
I was about to say, did he try to kill them?
No. Oh. I think that's the part that he made up for the script.
Yo, did he try to kill them?
No.
Because that would be crazy.
No, I think that's the part he made up for the script. I think the mostly true part is his mom hiring a pilgrim reenactor that ended up staying in their house and who never broke character.
That is still crazy.
That's
too.
Really weird. Yo. Really weird that it happened that it can happen in real life. Like, who are these people?
Who would do that?
For these people that are doing this.
I only want family around me on Thanksgiving. No offense to anybody else.
What else I'm saying? We want these random people with you on Thanksgiving. Yeah. So Ethan's staying at their house and Cody doesn't like him at all. Like, she just gets like really bad vibes from him, which is fair because he is really, because like I said, he's like acting like a pilgrim from the 1400s or whenever that happened. And like, he's being really weird, but the whole family, or at least Anna and Tate like him. Like Tate's like Anna like or no. Cody like catches him in Tate's room, like when Tate's supposed to be in bed, which is weird. He was like laying on his bed.
Facts. Holding a pillow.
Yeah,
Yo,
like you're
get out
getting
of my brother's room
yes, a
now.
bit too comfortable.
Again, where's the dad?
Where's the mom? Or no, because the mom lets him. At some point, Ethan like takes Tate berry picking. So I'm like, you're letting this man take your son into the woods alone?
Exactly what Cody said. He came back in one piece, though. That's what Anna said.
Yeah, she's like, he came back
what?
in one piece.
What are you talking
That's
about?
not enough.
Stranger danger.
Yes.
They don't know this man.
You don't know him. Why are you letting him take your son on outings when you're not there? Yeah, and Anna's like really like all in on this. She takes Cody's phone. She's like, "Oh, I'm collecting the phone so that it's like a more authentic experience." And she like replaces all the light bulbs with candles and lanterns or whatever.
Ethan's ideas, by the way, the phone and the lanterns and the lights, the candles. My bad.
And Ethan also has a moment with Tate where like he teaches him like to be like appreciative. That's his whole thing about this movie. Like when he comes, he's all about like being like appreciative and like being grateful for everything you have. And he's like, that's why I'm here. Like he like goes around and like that's why he does this is to like teach families how to be grateful. Because that was like part of their ad. Anna says she found them online and they had this ad that said something about like helping families that are disconnected, and there were all these reviews saying how families felt so much more bonded after their experience with the Pilgrim reenactors. So like appreciativeness and like gratitude are like very, very big in this movie. So yeah, he has a moment with Tate where he like gives him a piece of candy and Tate's like, "Oh, can I have more?" And Ethan's like, "No, like you should be grateful for like what you have." And he tells them this like story about a crow who like isn't grateful, and so he like starves to death or something. And Tate like he's like, "Oh, I guess it's like good I at least had one piece of candy." And like you think it's like really emotional at this, and he like looks to the heavens and he's like, "See, like I was able to teach him without like hurting him or something." This is something really weird. Yeah. He gets like really emotional. It's like really strange.
And not Ethan. Then Tate leaves and Ethan kills the bird.
Yeah, Ethan's like outside trying to help a wounded bird or whatever. And then after Ethan sends him away, he's like, "Oh, I'll help the bird, don't worry." And then after Tate runs away, Ethan steps on the bird's head and kills it. Oh yeah. So then Patience, the other pilgrim, is staying with Catherine, Cody's boyfriend's mom. And it looks like she's like struggling with like money, like she's like past due bills on the counter, and she's also might be struggling with like addiction, like recovering from addiction. They mentioned earlier that she's like trying to quit cigarettes, but it's later on in the movie it seems like some like a little more than that.
It did.
Yeah.
It definitely did.
And the mom like starts like complaining about like her life because she's like kind of a mess, and she's obviously a single mom, by the way. Like Cody's, there doesn't seem to be like a husband or a dad or anything, so it's like it's just the mom who's like trying to deal with her son. But I guess her son gives her a hard time sometimes, like I said, and she's also like struggling with like money and like trying not to. She's in she's in withdrawal. So she has a lot going on. So like I feel like she definitely has like the right to complain a little bit. And she's not even that like, she doesn't go that hard. She just says like, "Oh, like life sucks sometimes." And like that's all she says. And Patience like gets upset that has the nerve to complain and she says, "Oh, you have like a house and you have all the food you could eat. Like you have no reason to be complaining like this."
Their values are totally different.
Yes. Which I think there's definitely something like there's no nuance in the pilgrims like view when it comes to, like I said, like they think like as all you need is like food and shelter, and like if you have that, like you have nothing else to be upset about. And like especially not with like modern life, like that's not how it works anymore. Like maybe back when people came on the Mayflower or whatever, like maybe that is all you needed, probably is all you needed. But like nowadays, that's not really how it works. Especially like I said, like the mom, for example, obviously has a lot going on. But she still pisses off Patience with what she says, and Patience poisons her with tea, and she kills her.
Nut.
Which I guess I don't really understand why they had to die outright. Because then the boyfriend comes home and he finds his mom's body, but then like before he can like get out of the house, like another pilgrim shows up behind him and they kill him too. And it's like I just don't understand why they had to die outright. Because I guess just so the movie can have a few kills in it to like build up to the last act. Because obviously with Cody's family, they don't die right away. Obviously,
they tease them a little bit. Keep teasing them.
Yeah, but and anyway, after Catherine and the boyfriend are dead, Patience goes to Anna and she tells them, and then Anna goes to Cody and they tell her that Catherine like went on a bender and she took the boyfriend somewhere and like they don't know where they went. They just disappeared and the mom went on a bender. And Cody's like, that sounds dumb. I don't think that happened. Like, there's no way that happened. Because like that's her boyfriend. So she's like, if the mom was like going through something, like he would have told me. Like he literally told her in the beginning of the movie, like, oh, my mom's like going through withdrawal with these cigarettes. Like it's like a lot. So like she's like, if his mom was going through something worse than that, he would have said something to me. But Patience is like really insistent, like that's what happened. And then she also says like because now they're gone, Patience is also going to be staying in the house with them. So Cody doesn't like that, and she like tries to tell Anna like I don't have a good feeling about this at all. Like this is really weird. And Anna's like, oh shush, like you're just being silly. Anna, in this first half, Anna's like really annoying.
She's just dumb and oblivious.
She did like, why is she so? It's so weird. Like she's so trusting of like all these random people that she's never met.
Exactly, right? I think every time Cody, after that scene, every time Cody would move somewhere else, it would be just new pilgrims just appearing at other places.
After this moment, more and more pilgrims start to show up. Like I said, there was a third one in the scene where the boyfriend gets killed. And now that Patience and Ethan are both in the house, like more and more of them start showing up. And this is when Anna finally gets like freaked out because there's a bunch of people in her house, like touching her things, like messing with her furniture. They're building stuff in her backyard. So she's like, this is like getting weird. Finally, we're like an hour in, like, and you're just now putting together. Okay. And she also can't find Tate at some point. Cody finds Ethan and Tate together again, and Ethan's like preaching the Bible to Tate, and Cody's like, that's not good. Can you not do that to my very young brother? So she tells Tate to go hide because they have this thing where they play hide and seek. So she tells him to go hide and like she'll go back for him later. But I think she forgets about him because after talking to Patience and Anna, she like leaves the house and she goes to the boyfriend's house and she finds his body and his like throat is cut or something. And then back at her house, Anna is trying to look for Tate, and there's all these pilgrims in her house, and she's getting like really stressed, and she can't find Tate because he's still hiding. Honestly, I think he can also start to sense the bad vibes going on, like with all these pilgrims. Like there are people like praying and stuff in their kitchen. And he's like watching them from where he's hiding, and he seems like really freaked out. So he just doesn't come out, which ended up being like smartest thing he could have done.
Very much so. Mm-hmm. But again, where's the dad at in all of this though?
Yeah, he's like in the office on his little tablet, on his iPad. He's like in the office, like he saw like there were extra pilgrims in the house, but he like doesn't really care because they say that he's gonna help him build a shed or something.
Something in his office in the garage, so he can get out of Anna and Cody's way, and so they can have more space in the house. Would turn whatever his office is into a new room for them.
Yeah, which doesn't have an issue because they live in a big house. Like like he makes money. Like they live in a nice house. Everyone has their own bedroom. Mm-hmm. He just wants to get farther away.
He has like a chalkboard on his wall. Like that's neat. I want my son to have that.
Yeah, it seems like he works in like finance with like numbers and stuff. You don't want your chalkboard. I didn't notice that either. You don't want your chalkboard walls? um, so yeah, and it's like Anna goes to get the dad to like help her look for their son, and he's like, "Oh, I'm doing something. Come on." He like doesn't want to get up, and he like really reluctantly like goes to help her look for him. She's like freaking out, obviously. But before they can go find him, the pilgrims like corner them in the house, and they're like, "Oh, have you seen the kids?" And they're like, "Oh, they're safe." And they're like, "Okay, but like, where are they?" And they're like, "Don't worry, they're safe." It's like, that's not what I'm asking you. Although I don't know if they're safe if I don't know where they are.
Then a hallway of pilgrims just
Yeah.
emerged. All pilgrims around them.
Like first it's just Ethan and Patience, and then more and more of them just start walking up. It's like really creepy. So then, yeah, the pilgrims take the parents hostage, and they like have them in these like stocks or gallows. What are they called? The thing where like your head and your hands go in the little holes.
I was gonna say a guillotine, but I don't think
no,
it's that. Yeah, it's not that.
No, it's not that. I think they're called stocks. They're like a medieval torture thing.
Very much so.
And yeah, they start saying how they're ungrateful and they're unappreciative for their family because the dad's always on his like electronics. He never pays attention to his family, which is true. But like, does he deserve to get like whipped? Like they're like whipping him and he's like bleeding. And they say like Anna's too caught up in like appearances and like trying to look good and all these things, and she doesn't really appreciate her family or her kids, which is also kind of true because like I said, this whole movie, like Cody's trying to tell her that like something is afoot, and she was just not having it. And like, now look at where we are.
Getting branded.
Yeah, she gets branded with like a red hot like poker thing.
Was that a bee that was on it?
I think so.
Yeah. What was that for?
I don't know. I don't know what the B would stand for. I don't know.
Female dog.
Maybe. I don't know. Do pilgrims talk like that? I don't think so.
I have no idea.
I don't think any of them
were talking normal. These pilgrims in this movie were talking normal. They were just acted so weird and strange.
Yeah, and like Ethan is like really like manic, and he's laughing maniacally, and he's like doing his little monologue.
Yeah. Once I seen the Bible, him talking to Tate with that, I said, yeah, he's a nut. He's very much a
nut. So then Cody comes back from her boyfriend's house, and she sees like all the pilgrims in their house, and she goes to the backyard, and she lets their parents out of the like the thing they were in, and then like one of the pilgrims attacks them, and they all kill him as a family. The dad's like, "Did we just murder as a family?" Like, why would they have them say that?
First kill, you know.
Yeah, they all like bludgeon the pilgrim to death. And they're about to like go back. They try to go back inside the house to find Tate, but they get caught, and the dad gets killed by Patience. She like chops his head off with an axe, but Anna and Cody don't see that he's dead until like a little later. So then they get tied up again, and Cody gets put into this like another torture thing. I don't know what it's called.
I would just say like a moving chair.
It was something weird. It had a weird name that I'm not remembering now. I should have written it down.
Oh, so you know what it's called though?
I watched a video on the movie, which is why I know like
the chair that they were operated to move into the pool.
Yeah, it's like this like chair thing that they put over the pool, and they like waterboard Cody, or they like almost drown her until she's admits that she's grateful, and like Ethan like convincingly says that she's like appreciative or whatever. Which like I don't know why. I just didn't understand like how like the torture thing was supposed to make them grateful.
Me neither, because I'm gonna say whatever I can say to get out of this right now.
Yeah, and like also, what was the end goal? Like really, like okay, like they're grateful
to join the cult, I guess.
Like what now? I did see like someone had a theory like he wanted to get Tate to like join his like little group.
It would have been good for Tate because he could have brainwashed Tate because he was so young.
Yeah, like he's young, and he obviously, like I said early in the movie, like he took a liking to him. So like it probably wouldn't have been easy to like get him, but at the end of the movie, like I said, when he was hiding and he like saw all the pilgrims in their house, and he could tell something weird was going on, so it didn't completely work. But yeah, like I said, throughout the movie, they just say the same like monologue about like being grateful and being appreciative and things like over and over again. It's the same thing. Um, so then Cody and Anna are like taken inside the house to prepare dinner. They're still gonna have Thanksgiving dinner. Um, can somehow Cody like gets away and she finds Tate. She finds where he's hiding, but she just puts him back in the same place that he was hiding, and then she gets tied up again. So like I don't really know what the point of this part was. Like, she like finds him and she takes him out, and then she realizes there's no way to get out of the house, so she puts him back, and she's like, "Okay, don't move," and then she gets tied up again. So like didn't really add to anything, but that's what happens. And then so they're at the table getting ready for dinner, and the dad or I think at some point Cody says something like, yeah, after she's like almost drowned, and then she like um acquiesces, and she's like, yeah, like the dad like provides for us, and Anna like takes care of us, and I wouldn't have Tate without Anna. And she like says all of the things to like show that she's grateful, and Ethan's like really obviously happy by this. So then at the table, Ethan says like, "Oh, the dad is gonna provide for us tonight," and then they like take the covers off the food, and it's the dad's body. It's like his head and his body, and they cooked his body, and they like force feed him to Cody and Anna, and they like start eating his like intestines, and they like start eating off of his body. It's really, really, really.
And they're laughing.
Yes, they're having a grand old time. They're like eating these like berries. They spend the whole movie like they really focus on berries in this movie. And they have like 3 different scenes where they're like mashing up the berries. So now they're finally eating them, and they're eating the dad. And it's really gross, obviously. And then the pilgrims start to like get sick. And Cody reveals that she put poison berries in the food, because they say earlier when Tate and Ethan go like berry picking, he's like, "Don't eat the berries with the green stems. Those are the Jerusalem cherries." And they're like really poisonous. So she puts them in the berries, and all the pilgrims start throwing up blood, so much blood. And they all, it's so, this scene probably is my least favorite though, because it's so much blood and it's so gross. And the way it's spraying out of their mouths, I really could not handle.
I think the last 3 movies we watched is always somebody throwing up weird stuff. And because their throw up looks just like, we know it's blood, but it's just liquid
it's
blood.
Just, yeah,
like,
it's not
oh
like,
my God,
it's not any like food in
anything.
there. It's just blood. It's like spraying out of their mouths.
Like, that's so weird.
It's really gross.
Only
and
Tate throws up normally in this movie.
Yeah, he does.
Only Tate.
Yeah. And Ethan and Patience like evacuate themselves. Like they make themselves puke so they don't die, but the rest of the pilgrims all die.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how that, because even when they're puking too, again, it's not like they don't throw up any of the food they just ate. It's just blood.
I want to say, didn't they poison the pie and all the pilgrims were eating the pie, but they were being force fed the dad, so they didn't eat none of the pie, right?
Cody and Anna didn't. Only the pilgrims were eating like the mashed up berries, and that's why only they died. Yeah. But they only fed Cody and Anna the dad.
Yeah. That's why they probably threw up, because they fed their dad. That's nasty. Human flesh. Who wants to eat that?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it was really, really. Yeah, but it was the blood scene that really, it was a bit much for me. And and like when Patience, she's like, she hears a sound at some point, and she like goes looking for Tate because she thinks it's Tate hiding, which it is. But then when she pukes where Tate is hiding. So he like there's like he's hiding in a cabinet, and the blood like starts to come starts to like drip into the cabinet where he's hiding. It's so I can't.
I'm glad he didn't get any of that on him at all.
That's true. None of it dripped on him, thankfully. It's so gross. So then Tate comes out of hiding, and he unties Cody and Anna, but like he can't. And they like try to tell him not to look because there's like a bunch of bodies on the floor now, and there's like there's blood everywhere. They try to tell him not to look, but he sees his dad's head on the table, and he does puke, but it's normal puke, which I guess is better. I guess
It looked like oatmeal
in this situation, and it's not a close up on it either, so that's good at least. So then Ethan like tries to like go outside. He's like running from Cody. Then Patience shows back up and she attacks Anna and they like fight. And there's like this really loud gospel song playing in the back.
Yo, was that Kirk Franklin?
I have no idea.
Yo, I think that was Kirk Franklin. I don't remember the song right now, but I knew the song when it was playing.
It's a song about they're singing about gratefulness.
Yeah.
Also.
Grace.
And at some point Anna like beats Patience with the dad's head. Yeah, it's really wild. And
use it as a weapon.
Yeah, she literally picks up the head and like beats Patience over the head with it. And Anna stabs Patience in the neck and she dies. Finally. I feel like Patience was honestly pretty badass. I mean, I didn't like her obviously because she was really weird, but like compared to Ethan, I feel like she did more of the dirty work.
I think that was his first disciple.
Me, I mean, they're obviously closer. Like it was like the two of them, and then the other pilgrims were more like generic followers. At some point, he calls her his love, and when she gets stabbed, Cody also stabs her in the hand. Threw her hand into her skull with an ice pick, and she just takes the ice pick out of her head, and she's like, "I'm good."
And doesn't die, doesn't fall.
Nope, she doesn't fall. She doesn't fall out. Nothing. She doesn't. She like screams once, and then she just like yanks it out of her head. She's like, "Yeah, I'm good."
The power of the berries. The power of the berries. She didn't eat them yet.
It was before they were eating.
They were eating berries their whole life.
Maybe. Or maybe just eating human flesh.
Yeah, or that ew. The Downer party.
Yeah, but Patience is dead. And then Cody goes outside with Anna goes outside where Cody is, and she like beats Ethan with the branding thing, and she like burns him with it and stuff. And then Cody asks him like why he's doing this, and then he says the stuff about being appreciative and being grateful again. But then he's like, isn't this like what you wished for? Like, wasn't this your wish? Obviously implying that, like I said, in the beginning of the movie, she wished on the wishbone that the whole thing would backfire to like spite Anna. So then Cody kills him the same way Patience killed her dad. She chops his head off with an axe, and then when he dies, he like opens his hand when he dies, and Cody's half of the wishbone is in his hand.
How did he know the wish?
There's obviously something supernatural going on.
Yes,
like that was what the end was signifying. Like there's something supernatural going on.
That was weird.
That's how he found them, and he had the wishbone, obviously. So
that was very weird, right there.
Yeah. It doesn't. I mean, I don't mind that it doesn't really go into that. I don't mind an ambiguous ending in some circumstances. I do, but I feel like in this one, I don't mind as much.
I don't either. I did like the movie. It's just the pilgrims were very weird.
It was very strange. It was very strange watch because I didn't really know what was happening going into it. Like I said, I've never seen this, and this movie doesn't even have like a Wikipedia page or anything. Yeah. So like I didn't really know what to expect going into it. So it was way more like wild than I thought it would be.
Very much so. All the adults were stupid. Where are the neighbors? Where are the cops?
That too, because that side at the end, like Ethan's like screaming. It's like people are screaming when the stepmom screamed when she got branded. Like
where's
there's
the help
glass
at?
Breaking. Like there's so
the windows are boarded up. You don't see this neighbor?
Yeah.
Yo, I would be so mad at my neighbors after an event like that.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if all of the neighbors didn't like Anna the way those two women did in the beginning. But even still, like, you're not going to call the police when you hear all this screaming coming from my house.
There isn't any good Samaritans at all around. One nosy neighbor that's always looking out the window, checking sure everything's okay.
Nope. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Because it's like, okay, if they're like a cult and there's like a supernatural element happening, and then like I said, in the one scene where he's with Tate and the candy, he does like, I guess, like look to the heavens,
He
and
does.
he's like, so there's like some sort of entity that like sends them to families that they think isn't don't like appreciate each other or whatever.
That Facebook ads. Anna said she found them on Facebook, but when Cody went to go search for them, she couldn't find them. So I have no idea how they were found, how they showed up. And plus, they didn't even have technology when they showed up. So I have no idea. It has to be something supernatural or another entity.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and then also because Anna already hired them like before the wishbone wish happened. So I feel like that's more of a plot hole than anything.
I don't know. We'll have to find the guy whose mom really hired the pilgrims in real life and ask him about this stuff. Literally.
We'll find his Instagram and message him. Yeah, I think he said it was like the pilgrims were at his school or something.
So the mom hired people that she met at school, like real strangers.
I guess the school was having a Thanksgiving thing, and the reenactors were there.
Were they white or were they black?
They're white.
Yeah, white.
Yeah, no, it was a white guy.
Okay, I'm a when I go home. Well, when I see my mom today, I'm gonna ask her, will she ever hire pilgrims for Thanksgiving and see what happens.
I'll show you the video I watched about it. It was actually pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I liked it. Like I said, I liked it. I think I liked it. It did something different.
It was,
which was good. Like I said, the other movie I watched was more like standard, like thriller. So like it was fine, but like it was
no
like
Thanksgiving.
Eh. This one, I think it did something very, very different. It was more cannibalism than I thought, but I guess I should have assumed. I feel like Thanksgiving horror movies, they're just gonna be cannibalism. They're just gonna like with Thanksgiving from the other week.
About to say that. Yes.
Yeah, there's just gonna be cannibalism, and they're just gonna substitute a turkey with a human, and like that's the gag.
Ew. You just made me like picture his throw up from last week. That was
who threw? Oh no, it was Marta
threw up. The guy, the dad.
Oh, in Thanksgiving,
yes,
yeah.
That throw up was.
Yeah. Well, because he threw up like when he was like sitting straight up, and he also had a gag on, so it had to go like past the gag, and it just went straight down his front.
I just didn't like the color. I like.
You didn't like the color. Okay. You had notes on the color of his vomit.
It was orangey, whatever it was. I vividly remember it because it sticks out.
Traumatized you. Yeah. Like I said, with the whole thing with like appreciativeness and gratefulness, like I said, because they were like they were supposed to be like pilgrims from the olden days, so like their kind of view on gratefulness doesn't apply to like modern life, because like having food and shelter is at this point not really enough to be like self-actualized enough to be happy. I mean, like even on the what's it called hierarchy of needs, like I'm pretty sure food and shelter is like at the bottom. Like it's like the basis, and then you have to build on it in order to become self-actualized like in your life. So it's like it doesn't really, like I said, it didn't give room for nuance or anything. And it's like people, and the people that they like targeted, they did have like real reasons to like not be completely happy. Like I said, with Catherine, the boyfriend's mom, like she had a lot of like real issues going on. Like she was struggling with money, and like with addiction and things like that. Like trying to like raise her son on her own, and her son's giving her a hard time. Like she had like real problems. And like with Cody's family, like I said, Cody still dealing with like the fallout from her mom leaving, and like having a stepmom who she doesn't get along with, who she doesn't really align herself with or like can relate to or anything like that. Yeah, like I just feel like they had like really unrealistic expectations for like how people should feel grateful in relation to their own lives.
Yeah, they were still living in the 1400s. They were still living back then. They never like adapted to today.
And it's like, yes, the family was dysfunctional, but like I said, they had real reasons for that. Like with the dad not like being checked out basically, and the stepmom like not really like seeing Cody or like really trying, because she said that she was trying, but like even just based off that first scene that they had like at the dinner scene, like you can really see why Cody would not be fond of her. Like the stepmom was not really like with school like ratting on Cody about how she like skipped class or whatever, and just I feel like she had like a lot of jabs towards her, and it's like, she wasn't really actually, I feel like she wasn't actually trying to like reach out to her and relate to her, even though she did love her. I do believe that she still loved her, and obviously no one's perfect. But I feel like she wasn't putting in the effort that she thought that she was. I think she was giving herself a bit too much credit in their relationship and like what was wrong with their relationship.
Yeah, she was in tears when they were drowning Cody. Like she was vividly crying and visibly upset. Like, don't kill my daughter. Like
she called Cody her daughter, and like I think she definitely considered her to be one of her children, even though she was technically her stepdaughter. But like I think she definitely considered her to be one of her children. And they considered her to be family. And like I did notice, even when she called Cody her daughter, Cody didn't correct her, which I did notice. So I think they definitely thought of each other to be family, and they were just going through kind of a rough patch.
Love-hate relationship.
Yeah, they definitely, I think, especially on Cody's part, they definitely did have a love-hate relationship. Like I said, towards the end when they were about to be murdered, like it definitely brought them together. And I guess moving forward, now that the dad is gone, they'll probably be closer. They would probably be closer.
Dad ain't never there anyways, so it don't matter.
Yeah. I mean, they did kind of, Cody and the dad kind of like, I won't say forgave each other, but I think they were close throughout the movie anyway. Like Cody obviously also really loved her dad. And like towards the end, like right before he died, they like hugged and whatever. And that did he apologize? Something happened.
Before they climb up the thing?
Yeah. They hugged for some reason.
That was a long conversation.
Yeah.
I think the stepmom was supposed to leave first, and him and Cody were supposed to go up there. But then she said, "I'm not leaving you. Cody can go to get to the neighbors to get the help." A lot of things happened there. They probably did hug.
They did hug,
but they didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
These crazy pilgrims that y'all invited into the house, and Cody said, "Don't. It's about time, Dad. You step up."
Yeah, the last thing Cody did with her dad was kill a guy.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Yeah. But I feel like I would give it like a 6 or maybe a 7. Maybe a 7.
6 or a 7. 6 or a 7. I would say a 5 or a 6. I would say a 5 or a 6. It's just a lot of weird things.
It was really weird.
A lot of dumb characters.
Well, the guy that like wrote one of the writers and the director also has done a bunch of Saw movies.
Yeah?
Yeah. So I think that's why they kind of explain like the goriness and everything towards the end. And like kind of out there themes in the movie.
They should have showed us the chopping of the heads then.
That's true. I wouldn't have minded that. I don't know. Actually, wait. Maybe I would have minded that. Especially I couldn't even handle all the blood vomit, so maybe I would have minded that.
The head just rolling onto the screen.
I mean, they showed the dad's head, which was also really creepy.
For the first time, I did watch the post-credit scenes. Did you watch them?
Not all of them.
Did you see the dad? Like he had his head there on the table, and then he got up.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. So there was probably some point where they did like a practical effect and just had the dad like sit under the table with his head on the tray.
I think that's the last. No, I seen all the way up there until they had the full credits. I'm like, okay, I didn't miss anything else.
Yeah, I think I meant to watch it, but I didn't end up watching all the credits.
Just them acting funny. Nothing too serious.
Yeah.
The pilgrims still like in character the whole time. They don't laugh at all. So yeah.
Yeah. The beginning credits were kind of weird. It was like a lot of like stock footage and like background like narration of like people saying what they're thankful for, but it like gets like more like gets like weirder towards the end of the credits where people start talking about like America. And like someone's like, oh, I like how we can talk to our neighbors about whatever we want to. And like things like that. I don't know. I'm not sure how that related to the movie itself, though.
Not at all. Where are the neighbors?
Yeah, too. Yeah, no, the credits were kind of heavy-handed. Because I think a lot of this movie was heavy-handed, actually. Like I said, with all of the talk about gratefulness and appreciativeness, like it was the same speech like every 15 minutes, maybe. Yeah. But like I said, I still didn't hate it. I don't know if I did watch it again, it would be next year for Thanksgiving. I have another Thanksgiving movie to add to my repertoire now.
I'm not in no rush to watch it again.
No,
no
need
rush.
some time to digest it, I think, first,
I think
and then
I'm
I'll revisit it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna move on to Harry Potter. It's that time of the year.
Oh, you're one of those people who think Harry Potter is a Christmas movie?
No, but I just didn't rewatch it this year, so I just gotta
Gotta get
rewatch
on
it.
it.
Yes, hot chocolate. I mean, I can be a Christmas movie. I mean,
I think my stepmom said that she kind of considered it a Christmas movie.
what kind of movie would you consider it?
I don't think I would consider it a holiday movie at all.
The first one is just his birthday. I don't know when his birthday is though, so that is what it is. But I don't know. It's just a lot of darkness happening. I mean, it could be considered a Christmas movie. The way that the candles light up when Dumbledore at the end of the movie.
I feel like being set around a holiday isn't enough to make something a holiday movie. That's like I said with the other movie. That's why I didn't really want to include it because it's just set around Thanksgiving.
Okay.
But like it's not Thanksgiving-y. So I feel like being set around a holiday isn't really enough to be a holiday movie.
Unless it actually pertains around
about
the holiday.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Black Christmas? Did you consider Black Christmas a Christmas movie?
I've never seen it actually.
You've never seen Black Christmas?
Mm-mm.
The newer one or the older one?
I've never seen any of them.
Okay. We should add that to our list.
I mean, I still need to figure out what we're watching for the last episode.
Black Christmas.
So maybe that'll be one of them. I had two in mind already, but we'll see. But anyway, yeah, like I said, this is this is gonna be our last Thanksgiving episode. And when we come back in week after next, we'll be in Christmas. We're doing Christmas movies. We're winding down, almost coming to an end.
Very much so. This year has went by fast.
So sad. Bittersweet. Yeah. But any final thoughts? All right. I think that's our show. Thank you for listening. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll celebrate. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. But yeah. No rush to rewatch this.